Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm genuinely 50-50. I think he might actually be a spy.
Oh my god!
Just because of his sheer machine-like laser focus
I know
he
what you're
brings
talking about.
to such wild hobbies such as running. Running is how it tipped me off that this guy is some kind of bounty hunter.
Okay.
I cover mornings occasionally, which means that I'm awake and out the door, hopefully before 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
On more than one occasion when I've been covering, which is very rare, I have run into this guy, or rather, he has run into me.
Literally, because he's running.
Right! Because
Yeah.
as I'm leaving at like 4:45 a.m., I'm praying for a caffeine IV. I'm just trying to keep my eyes open. This f***ing guy is jogging down our street. He's just out for a run. Welcome to the Rom-Com Rewind Podcast.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Devin.
And like you, I love rewatching movies over and over again.
You're joining us here. You probably love romantic comedies. Amazing news. We do as well.
So this is a show where we rewatch rom-coms, break them down a bit for you, maybe take a peek behind the curtain, dig beneath the surface, and decide, does it still hold up?
Today we have
Killers!
And if you want to reach out to us on Instagram at Romcom Rewind, we also have TikTok at Romcom Rewind. You can send us emails and I will respond to you. Horrible grammar. You should know that ahead of time. But it's romcomrewind@gmail.com. We got a message from Savannah. Savannah said, after hearing the Andy Samberg debates on the mailbag episode, y'all have to do Palm Springs. Andy, Groundhog Day, Quantum Physics, the trifecta, she says.
I heard it's a really good movie. I actually haven't seen it yet, and I mean, I am, like you know, a big Andy Samberg fan, but I've been kind of holding off until we actually do an episode on it, podcast episode, because I want like the first time that I see it to be like for the review.
Can I say, we talk about Andy Samberg so much. I wonder if we could get him on this pod.
Oh my god, if we got him on this podcast, I think I would die.
Like, full transparency, I have done no work to get him on the... Like, we haven't contacted his people or anything. I don't know who his people are, but maybe it's possible. Who knows?
I would love that a lot.
Do we not tell you, though, and we just, like, surprise, here's Andy
Oh my
Samberg?
god, if you did that, yeah, like I'd probably, well...
Would you be upset that you're being surprised with
No,
Andy Samberg?
not at all.
Okay, you'd be
No, I would be happy, yep.
Put that in the back of our brains there.
Duly note.
Killers is a 2010 romantic comedy directed by Robert Luktik. He's also done Monster-in-Law, Legally Blonde, 21. Nice track record. Killers is the story of Jen Cornfield, played by Katherine Heigl. Jen is on a trip to Nice, France when we meet her. She's with her parents, Mr. and Miss Cornfield, played by Tom Selleck, and Catherine O'Hara.
O'Hara, yeah.
I had a coworker named Carly O'Hara, and like we always made like that like Irish like Carly O'Hara's here, and now I can't not say it that way. It's really
okay,
obnoxious.
that's what it is.
That's what's happening.
All
here,
right.
yeah. Jen, Katherine Heigl's character, is recently single. She's kind of neurotic, a little intense, and in Nice, Jen meets Spencer, Ashton Kutcher. Immediately, Jen is enamored by Spencer. They go out for dinner, grab some drinks. I'm just doing the Coles notes of this because our relationship with Spencer is clearly blossoming, but there's something Jen and her family don't know about Spencer. We learn basically immediately in this movie, Spencer is an assassin, or he's a spy. He's somebody who kills people for money.
Yeah.
That is the lead up to our movie Killers. So what are your thoughts on this one?
I need to show you Nice.
You realize I'm going to make you tell me your whole life story.
Trust me, it's boring.
You're finally with someone who's genuinely attractive.
Did Daddy promise to be nice to him?
Not in so many words.
How did I get so lucky?
Are we gonna pretend to play basketball tonight or what?
I got dinner with Jen.
Surprise! I'm back!
Psycho killer!
Who do you work for?
Let's just say that I work for the blah, 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 and they gave me a license to blah.
In the times that I've seen it before or previous to this last time, I always found Katherine Heigl's character beyond frustratingly annoying. Like, just because I find she just screams a lot. But this time it was actually not too bad. I don't know what changed. So,
Well, I think what changed is that we've been watching romantic comedies for like 2 years, and you
maybe
realize that there are more annoying characters
Yes,
than Katherine Heigl in this one.
you're probably right.
She is on the list, but there's worse out there.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Vanessa Hudgens, Princess Switch.
Oh my god, I like those movies. But anyway, no, the movie's cute. I like it. It's a fun watch if you want some like action rom-com. I find like it's an action rom-com because like there's lots going on and it's a good story because there's no lull. I find I never found that there was a lull in the movie, and I really liked that about it. I like Katherine Heigl. I really like Ashton Kutcher. I mean, I don't think it's like the top 5 or top 10 rom-coms of my life, but it's a good, easy watch. And it was fun.
I like that you brought up the action. So my overall thoughts are that this movie is just good, solid, a little bit mindless fun. Like, you don't really need to think about it too much.
Completely agree with you.
And please don't think too hard about it because you'll find some holes in the story. I think it's also, like, from a guy's perspective, for the couples listening, great entry point to get your guy to watch a romantic comedy with you. Okay, The Notebook, that can be intimidating for your dude. Fair enough. P.S. I Love You, a lot of emotions happening there. This movie is to Mr. and Mrs. Smith what No Strings Attached is to Friends with Benefits.
Oh my gosh, that's a really good comparison.
It's like the same movie, just with Ashton Kutcher.
Yes.
It is that movie, just there's no Brad Pitt. And also it's just not quite as polished. You know, fair. I think we can agree. Mr. and Mrs. Smith was a very well done movie. This one's good, though. There's fun jokes. Even when the jokes don't hit, at least there's action. You're keeping me entertained. The action also surprisingly doesn't suck. I think they probably hired a decent choreographer to do some of the fight sequences because I'm like, oh, wow, this doesn't suck is basically what I thought about it. So
yeah, I think they actually had stunt people for this movie.
Okay. And it does show. So yeah, like you said, it's not in the upper echelon, but if you're just Sunday night, you know, what should I? Oh, this will be fun. Your guy will not be upset watching it either. It's good.
Yeah, like a B-rated Mr. and Mrs. Smith, right? Like
that's
it's
exactly
like,
100%.
Yeah, I like that. That was a really good comparison. So it opens with Jen on a plane with her parents flying to Nice, France, after being dumped by her boyfriend. When we meet Spencer, he is on a mission, and they're both staying at the same hotel in Nice, France.
Yeah, Spencer, Ashton Kutcher, they meet in the elevator at this, what we assume is a very
nice hotel.
It's a beautiful hotel, I think. And we also get like this weird little montage of just Spencer troping around Nice, taking photos of people and yachts, and you know, they're doing the montage secret spy thing. He's a secret spy.
He is a secret spy.
And they're just getting the audience caught up real quick.
Yes, and I think they did a good job at that. Like, we didn't need to go into too much detail about how he is a spy and all of that, but I think they did that well to kind of introduce him as the character spy. They meet in the elevator. That's what you just said. So, do you think that is a cute meet cute or not?
I think it's an overdone meet cute. Like, how many movies have we done where there's an elevator scene? I think literally, if I think about Katherine Heigl, when she did Ugly Truth, it's not a meet cute scene, but she has a scene with Gerard Butler in the elevator.
That's right. Yes, they do.
Age of Adeline, they have the meet cute scene in the elevator.
Yep.
It's just very... It's easy, right? It's a close, like you're forced into a close area. There's nothing else to do except for look at the ceiling and look at the person next to you. So, yeah, it's overdone, but it makes sense. I like it. It's
funny because I read a thing. It was a meme about Grey's Anatomy and about how the elevator plays one of the main characters in the show. Because so many things happen in the elevator in Grey's Anatomy.
Wasn't there somebody being operated on in an elevator?
The heart guy, and that was George O'Malley.
That show's so stupid.
Well, okay. All things aside, people have lived, died, bled, like in that elevator in Grey's Anatomy. And I think it is overused, but I don't think it's...
And the Academy Award goes to
The elevator in Grey's Anatomy.
The elevator in Grey's
Yeah.
Anatomy.
I do think it's a cute place to meet, and I think it's almost like a forced meet cute, right?
Yeah, it is, exactly. There's nowhere else to go. Can I backtrack just real quick?
Yeah.
We meet Mr. and Mrs. Cornfield.
We do.
We meet them actually on the plane, like you were talking about. They're flying to Nice. Sarah, through the majority of this movie, you demonstrate a lot of characteristics of both Mr. Cornfield and Jen Cornfield.
Oh, and Jen. Okay. I were going to say of Catherine O'Hara's character, and I was like, how?
Not at all, actually. No, you're Tom Selleck, Sarah.
No.
If you listening don't know, Sarah is Tom Selleck, really.
I really don't identify as Tom Selleck in that way. Thank you.
Can I state my case real quick?
Sure.
What is the first thing we see Tom Selleck doing in this movie?
He's on a plane. Is he not?
He is reading the in-flight safety laminated
I don't do
card.
that, though.
You don't do that.
No.
But Sarah is like a middle-aged dad when it comes to airports.
I am not. Okay.
In comical fashion, Sarah is the person who checks in early.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Saves the seat.
Everyone wants to pick their seats.
Here's the thing, though. Sarah has an algorithm for seats. We were at the mid escape exit on our most recent
the
flight
exit. Yeah.
Because
there was more leg room.
I never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And you also get boarded.
And you get priority boarding.
You get priority boarding. Who knew that? I actually had no idea. I've flown a lot. Sarah's like, here are the seats we got. And here's why. Our first flight on our most recent vacation, we arrived 3 hours early.
No, it was less than 3 hours.
No. We were at the terminal 3 hours early.
No, it wasn't.
We were there at 10 a.m. for a 1 o'clock flight, and that was at the terminal. We had already gone through security at that point.
I didn't know. It was the first time traveling during COVID, and so I didn't know how long it would take us to get through security. And let me remind you, on our flight from Vancouver back to Calgary,
oh my God,
how long did security take?
Oh, it did take long.
Correct.
It did take long because we can also talk about this. This is funny. I've never seen cats go through security. Has anybody seen cats go through security? It's comical. Because there was this dude. They had two cats, but also there was a family. So there's like a little kid with the father. He's holding the cat in his arms, trying to walk through the thing.
The most comical part was them trying to grab the cats out of their carriers and then pull them through the sensors.
Oh, it was bedlam because the guy has the cat in his hands. He walks through the scanner, but then his kid also walks through at the same time. And the guard's like, no. The kid's got to go back. So the dad's like, no, okay. Go back, kid. And then so he goes back, and then the dad goes through again, holding the cat, and the kid tries to follow. And then they bring out the wand on the cat. Like, holy guys, let's get moving.
It was a lot. It took a lot of time. That was extra, probably an extra 20, 25 minutes. It was a long time we waited in that
line. And Tom Selleck Sarah is just seething.
No, I wasn't seething.
You're on a schedule here.
Oh my God.
Printed the itinerary.
I would just like to say I don't think I'm that bad, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Not appreciated at all, Devin. God.
If you ever need flight tips, Sarah's got you. We do wrong.
Book flights on a Tuesday.
But is that true?
Yeah, they're cheaper on Tuesday. Just in case you wanted to know.
I was joking about the flight tips, but you're like, oh, I have one. What? Is there any other wisdom you'd like to bestow upon us?
Not at this time, thank you.
Get the emergency exit seats because you get boarded first and they're bigger.
And they're priority, yeah. Yep.
And they're priority. Book flights on Tuesdays. Anyway, back to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So Spencer and Jen have met.
Yes.
There was like a fun little quirky play on things where Spencer was speaking to her in French.
I don't speak French. Je ne parle
No, I got it the first time.
Why did you follow me?
I was already going to the beach, remember?
Yeah, well, I could be going swimming too.
Are you?
No. I'm just gonna go marinate in shame.
I'm Spencer, by the way.
He does ask her to go out for dinner.
Yeah, and I think Jen's at a point where she wants to be more spontaneous. So she pushes herself, which actually is a good thing because they hit it off. They hit it off really well, and they end up having a wonderful Southern France romance.
And meanwhile, Spencer is kind of working. There's a yacht that explodes, or maybe a helicopter.
Helicopter.
Yeah, something explodes.
Helicopter.
And
yeah.
we gather that maybe he completed his job. But regardless, after dinner, Spencer and Jen, they go to a nightclub, they have some drinks, have a good time, end up back in the hotel room. And Spencer, he's ready to divulge, there's something you don't know about me, Jen. I'm paid to kill people.
Because Jen lets him know, I'm actually not this kind of girl. I'm really boring. I'm really like in, my head a lot, and I am just a boring human and neurotic.
And Spencer is like,
Never really told anybody this before, but I kill people.
He turns around. She's already sleeping.
Wow, you're taking this a lot better than I expected. I mean, usually it's bad people. It's not like I'm not killing good guys. I'm not a murderer. I'm a professional. I professionally kill people.
Get the sense that very quickly these two have connected. Spencer might be ready to get out of the spy game, and Jen is ready to start something new. The thing I like about this movie is that we're just hitting the checkpoints, because then we fast forward like what,
3 years? Yes, yeah.
And we're back in the United States. Spencer and Jen, thriving relationship.
Yes,
they're doing well.
They're married. They've been married for 3 years, and it's his birthday that's coming up, and she gets him open-ended tickets to Nice, which I think triggers a piece of him.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Thinking back, like that was like the best time of my life, but also the worst time of my life, because it was when I left the spy game, my last mission, and my boss told me I needed to continue, but I literally walked away from him. And the best time I met my wife, and I love my life, and do I want to go back to that? And obviously Jen doesn't know that he was a spy and walked away from it in Nice for her, and just in general. But he's very conflicted, and Jen can't really understand that because she doesn't know that he is in fact a spy. So they kind of go on their daily life, and they all know all of their neighbors like really, really well, and it's like a little community. Like you don't get to dive into their neighbors' lives too much, but you kind of get a sense that they are like quite close, like block parties. And
yeah, they do block parties. I mean, like, we're close with a lot of our neighbors.
We are very close with our neighbors. Oh no, it's cute. Like I wrote like, and it's a community, like with an exclamation mark.
You're adorable.
But he lives a normal life. They both live a normal life, and
he opened like a architecture construction company. Is that kind of how it is?
I think so.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So he has some friends there, and they just kind of living their lives. And he gets a package at work while he's at work one day.
Yeah, and this is really the crux of the conflict of our movie, because so far everything's been coming up gravy, right? We went through it. We learned a lot about Jen. We vaguely know that Spencer was a spy. They're back in the U.S. They've started a life together. And then Spencer gets a really strange, is it a card?
Postcard.
From his old boss, basically saying, want to reconnect. And it was like there was like a hidden coded message.
Yeah.
But his boss is seemingly trying to suck him back into the game.
Yeah, so he's on really, really high alert. And he walks back into his house when he gets home, when Spencer gets home, thinking that someone's in there. But it is a surprise party put on by Jen. And so all of the neighbors, all of their friends are all there, including two of his coworkers, Henry and Vivian. And he's now suspicious, though, of everyone, because he just has a sense that something's going on with his boss trying to pull him back into the spy game. Jen is supposed to be going to San Francisco for a conference, and you can totally tell, like, he wants her gone so that he can, like, get to the bottom of things, figure out what his old boss wants. After the party, Henry, his friend and coworker,
played by Rob Riggle. Love
yes,
it.
He is hilarious. He plays the same character pretty much in every single movie that he's in.
Yeah, very similar, yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy who sleeps over on the couch. He gets a text message the next morning, and it's on.
I really like how they set this up. Yeah, because they're having this party for Spencer. It's his birthday. We meet a lot of characters.
We do.
At this party, and I think that's important because a lot of them come up. But when he wakes up, Rob Riggle, Henry, is passed out on the couch. He's just waking up. Spencer's going to get him some breakfast. And I really like how this scene's shot. It was almost my best scene because Spencer opens the fridge. We can't see Rob Riggle, but he's looking at his phone. He's like kind of squinting at it. When the fridge door closes, he's got a knife and he like tries to stab Spencer.
You know what you can do? You can mix the two together. What the hell are you doing, man?
Should have seen your face. You almost crapped your pants.
Yeah, it's really funny. What are you doing?
Killing you, buddy.
And through this really well choreographed struggle between the two of them, we learn that there was a hit put out by somebody, we think maybe Spencer's old boss. There was a hit put out on Spencer
For $20 million.
$20 million. So now the much like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I don't know how the spy network works or whatever, but
Yeah.
I don't know who got this message. We don't know who got this message, but somehow friggin' Rob Riggle, who was Spencer's coworker for the past 3 years, was a spy who was planted, waiting for this day to come, and he tries to kill Spencer.
Yeah, and then Jen is she's on her way to the conference. So she comes back home, and she is this is one of the scenes that, like, I remember from this movie because I find it very annoying. She's screaming and so out of sorts. But then I have to give it to her because she goes upstairs, grabs the gun, comes down, and shoots Henry in the shoulder.
Yeah, so when Jen walks back into her house, everything's smashed, and Spencer has Henry in like a chokehold, and he's like, "Shoot him! Go get the gun and shoot him!" And she does shoot him.
Yeah.
It was honestly a really funny scene. But now Jen has been brought into the, oh my God, what's happening? And Spencer hits her with the highlights. Hey, I used to kill people for money. Now somebody wants to kill me. This is what's happening.
And we gotta go.
We gotta go. We gotta figure out. We gotta find my old boss because he tried to contact me, and now somebody's trying to kill me.
Yeah. So I need to get to the bottom of it. Go get the go bags. So they go and get the go bags, and they do leave. But before that, they have a conversation with Henry. They've duct taped him to a chair. Henry says, like, there's a hit on you for $20 million. If you think I'm the only one coming after you, you got another thing coming. And that's when they hear gunshots and somebody else trying to assassinate them. So they go out the back door, they go into the garage, and then they take off. Of course, Henry gets out of his restraints and follows them in his gold,
love it,
like, sports car,
it was
but it's like
a
an ugly muscle
Sunbird
car
or something. Oh yeah, it's very Rob Riggle.
It is
100%.
Yes.
I think it really fit his character because he was kind of we got the sense that he was maybe sexually inappropriate at work, make some bad jokes. He made a crack about himself having an STI at some point.
Yeah.
Just like whatever you think happened to the high school quarterback, like still driving that same muscle car like 20 years later. That's his character here.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to kill Spencer.
# don't peak in high school.
Yeah, exactly. But now he's trying to get that bag. $20 million. Hey, I'd kill Ashton Kutcher for that.
Definitely.
I just want to say for the FBI or anybody listening, that was a joke. I would not actually kill Ashton Kutcher for.
I was like, what?
Just
throwing that out
never
there.
know who listens. Anyways.
So they get to a construction site, probably one of theirs, and they do some car chasing, and there is somebody else who is trying to kill them as well. They end up killing Henry.
More or less, Rob Riggle gets killed.
Yes.
Henry's gone.
First
assassin
gone.
Taken out.
Correct. One down. However many more to go. Spencer figures out where his boss is and where he's staying based on the code that was in the postcard. So they go to the motel where his old boss is staying, and he's already dead. 2 in the chest, 1 in the head.
So Holbrook tried to contact him, but that was not legit. That's not from like the spy agency.
Right.
And clearly Holbrook's already dead, so somebody else is trying to kill Spencer.
Exactly. So they break into Holbrook's computer and find pictures from years ago. And Spencer realizes that one of the pictures that were taken was taken by Jen's dad.
You're foreshadowing so hard here. Because I was going to brush over something else with Mr. Cornfield.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't have to.
Well, no. When Holbrook's postcard came in, when he was trying to reconnect with Spencer,
yes,
Mr. Cornfield was in Spencer's office at the time, and he did take a quick glance at that postcard.
Yes, he did.
Just throwing that fact out there.
Right. Just tossing it out into the universe.
We're leading the witness a little bit here. But anyway, there is one element that might add to Jen being a little bit more out of control, which is that she thinks she's pregnant. So around this time of the movie, they actually go to like a little, drugstore and grab a bunch of pregnancy tests, but there's an employee there.
Yes, they're in a Kmart.
Kevin
from Kmart.
Played by Usher. Usher's in this movie.
He is.
A few things. What in the world happened to Usher?
I know.
Obviously, music career aside, clearly around this point, he was trying to jump into acting.
I think so.
Has he done a single thing since?
Not music related? I don't think so.
Okay.
Has he?
I don't think so. Can we do the official ranking?
All right.
Of musicians turned actors/actresses.
Ooh, I like this. Okay.
So I've got a list of what I would consider top 5 best and top 5 worst musicians to try acting.
Okay.
Do you want best or worst first? Let's do worst. First on my list, in no particular order, we literally just did a movie with him. Harry Connick Jr.
He's your worst? Why?
He's not my worst because he's a bad actor. He's my worst because I don't think he's... We've talked about him many times, and it just occurred to me, how was he a musician? Like, what did he do? I have no concept of his musical career.
I think he does. I mean, he is a judge on American Idol.
Yeah, why though?
Because clearly he has a musical background.
I have not heard a single song by Harry Connick Jr. Honestly, in my memory.
Maybe he's not your people. Like maybe the music is not your people.
What does he do?
Have you Googled it?
Okay, yeah, Google.
Okay, so I did. He has sold over 28 million albums worldwide. He is ranked among the top 60 best-selling male artists in the U.S. by the Recording Industry Association of America,
not true.
with 16 million in certified sales.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Like, name a song.
And he also has, the typical Christmas album.
Harry Connick Jr.'s Christmas.
Recipe for Love, Just the Way You Are. Just
the Way You Are.
Actually,
cover?
he has one called I Could Only Whisper Your Name. As well as They Long to Be Close to You.
Wow.
Yeah, Let's Just Kiss.
Oh, he was made to do romantic comedy.
So, I feel like maybe he's under the realm of, a Michael Bublé.
I was going to say, he sounds like exactly like a Michael Bublé. The next one on my list, Mariah Carey.
Unpopular opinion, I don't like Mariah Carey. So, I'm fine with her being in that boat.
I'm going to say that might not be an unpopular opinion because I do not remember. So, I'm only thinking of that movie Glitter back in 2001. Do you remember that?
Oh, I remember it. I never watched it. One, because I don't like Mariah Carey.
It was horrible. It was bad. LL Cool J.
Okay, no. LL Cool J has been on NCIS for the last 13 years.
Yeah, that's where acting careers go to die. That's like, you just want to continue to make a lot of money, but you're on NBC at 8 o'clock on Thursdays. Who cares?
Well, that's prime time for the middle-aged white women and me.
And you. In the same vein, I've also got Ice Cube here. What
Okay,
show
Ice
does he
Cube.
do?
Ice Cube's in Law and Order.
Law and Order, that's right. Is Law and Order still on?
Yes. Are you kidding me? Like, Law and Order has been on for the last 30 years.
Final.
Yes.
Worst. Musician to acting. Rihanna.
What was she in?
Oh, she's in a lot. And
What?
I actually...
No.
Here's the thing, and I don't think it's Rihanna's fault.
Okay.
She was in Bring It On, All or Nothing.
Oh, yes. Oh, I remember that one.
She was in Battleship. Remember that one?
She played like one of the main characters in Battleship.
She did, yeah. Valerian, do you remember that? It was with
Yeah, she was in that.
Yeah, she was. She had a part in it, like maybe like 10 minutes.
Interesting.
What I'm saying is that Rihanna's been in a lot of shit movies. I don't know if her acting is bad, but like whoever picks her movies is bad. And now how about the best? J-Lo? I think we can agree. She's had
I
an
agree.
amazing
No. I agree with you on that one. She is quite a good actress as well as a singer.
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh,
Marky Mark and the Funky
Marky
Bunch.
Mark
Don't
and the Funky
forget.
Bunch. No. I know. And actually, most people probably don't know that he was a singer because I don't think
That's
he
it.
actually likes to lead with that. I mean, I don't think he does like to lead with that.
I was going to say, I don't think
who
anybody
would?
leads with that.
Yeah, no.
If you're introducing Mark Wahlberg to your friends, you're not like, hey, remember Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch?
But lots of people don't know that he was a singer prior to his acting career.
Yes, he was a singer, and now he's an actor, which is why I would put him in best transitions because we know
Yes.
him more as an actor now.
Definitely. I completely agree there.
Tim McGraw, he's done it very well. You're a big Yellowstone fan. Have you watched 1883 yet?
I haven't. However,
Sarah.
is it 1883?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the star of 1883.
He is, and I just
Blindside.
I really have to. I haven't watched 1883 yet because I haven't made it through Yellowstone quite. I haven't finished it. But
you
also,
know what a prequel is, right?
Faith
Like it's
Hill-
all the
yes,
stuff
I
before.
know.
Like I don't think you need to finish.
yeah, but I'm
the one.
halfway through Yellowstone, so I got to finish it.
Okay.
But it's the Faith Hill Tim McGraw thing that's like, okay, you guys are both singers. Can you act? Tim McGraw, I have more of a forgiving heart for him for acting because I know that he was in, Four Christmases and a few other things. But I've never seen Faith Hill act.
Yeah, she's acted before.
Has she?
Off the top of my head, I can't
Okay.
remember. But I've also got Lady Gaga on the list.
Oh, she's
A
transitioned.
Star is Born.
As long as I think it's a musical type movie,
Well,
right?
I haven't seen House of Gucci, but I've
House of
heard
Gucci, yeah.
she's pretty good.
I heard she's pretty good. Other than like people give her a ton of flack on her Italian accent, which like I don't know. I haven't watched the movie yet, so I don't know. But
Finally, might be controversial. Will Smith.
wow, like did you do that on purpose?
A little bit. I kind of just wanted to talk about the slap. We're like a week and a half out from the slap, so we don't need to talk about it. But
Oof.
do we not agree, despite everything,
Oosh.
oosh,
Mm-hmm.
that he's still a very successful actor?
He's an okay actor. Like I don't think he's. I mean, I haven't watched the movie he won for this year.
No, I haven't either. No.
But like he's okay. I don't think
Men
he's.
in Black, Wild Wild West.
Yeah, like I think he was okay.
I think he makes the list on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air alone.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was like a sitcom.
It was fantastic, though.
It was for a 90s sitcom.
Sarah, are you
just saying.
Are you insinuating that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is not a
No,
premium sitcom
no.
right now?
Well, they're redoing it, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
It's
love
more
that.
it's like a dark more of a dark drama like drama. No, I don't think it's any comedy. I think it's like a drama.
They always do this.
I know.
I hate that. Do you know they're also doing a 16 Candles TV show?
Really?
Yeah, like a limited series. I think it might be like 6 episodes.
Oh, I had no idea.
Selena Gomez is producing it. No offense, Selena Gomez. This sounds like a horrible idea. Because like John Hughes movies are so beloved.
Yes.
I don't want somebody to redo Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You know?
My god, if somebody redid Ferris Bueller's Day Off, if they redid it, I don't know what I would do because like that is just there's so many cult classics from the 90s that we grew up with that if they tried to redo them now, I don't know, and some of those movies haven't even aged well, right?
No,
so like them doing it
16
now,
Candles and it did not age well.
So
honest.
that's interesting. That's really interesting.
Who
Yeah,
did I
Will
miss
Smith,
on this list?
Who you missed? Britney Spears.
Oh yeah, she belongs in the
Crossroads. That's what the movie
yeah,
she did.
that's a worst for sure.
Yeah, like I would say it wasn't a successful. Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, see, I don't know if he belongs in the worst or best, so I just left him off both lists.
Is he like he's a middle category, I think, because he's done some movies where I'm like, you're really like,
wow, you're
talented.
talented.
That was good. You weren't too bad. And then he's done other movies like I hated him in Bad Teacher.
He was also in like was it Remember the Zohan? He's done some stupid movies where he's also stupid in the stupid movie. Like actually Bad Teacher's a great example.
Oh, it was awful to watch. He was so awkward. Awkwafina.
Yeah, and I just haven't seen her enough. Like she's in a movie that we should do, right? She's in Crazy
Rich Asians.
Yeah.
We were going to do Crazy Rich Asians, but when we went to go do it, it was off the streaming services.
Yeah,
so we definitely have to check to see if it's on. She was in Jumanji. She was in Ocean's 8. Like she's been in a lot of stuff. Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah, he's done stuff.
He has, yes.
I don't know if he's like in that stardom category for acting.
No, I agree. I agree with you. Mandy Moore. She's made a comeback, man, and she was a good actress.
She's on This Is Us now. I totally forgot about that because I only remember
final season.
Yes, yeah. I only remember A Walk to Remember with her. Really?
Walk to Remember, yeah. And I think she did a few other movies, like teen movies throughout the 2000s. And then she kind of went away. She also had like albums. Like she was a musician, singer. And then, yeah, now she's back doing more acting.
So Usher makes neither of those lists because he was not bad in this role, but he never transitioned to acting at all, I think.
I almost would have given him a cameo instead of writing him as Kevin, the Kmart manager.
Kevin, the Kmart guy.
Like, that's what I would have... Like, I would have given him a full cameo instead of, like, him trying to act as Kevin. So, at this point, he's back at his office. Like, so Spencer is back at his office trying to gather a few things, trying to get that postcard back, and just getting some things
getting his
tidied
bearings.
up.
There were some things that he had to get at the office. But now we have Jen taking a pregnancy test, and his coworker Vivian's there.
Yes.
We're back to the movie, guys.
Yeah, sorry. Sure enough, she's also a sleeper agent. And
she tries to kill him, same as Rob, just like Rob Riggle did. She
yes.
Takes some shots.
And before that, right before that, the male guy is also a sleeper agent who tries to kill him.
There's a lot of people trying to kill Spencer right now. Seemingly everybody.
I was going to say, basically their entire lives are sleeper agents. They kill her in the boardroom through the new antler chandeliers that they bought.
Yeah, that was a little throwback. They mentioned it earlier in the episode.
I liked that. How they...
I'm going to talk a little bit more about her later.
Oh, okay.
I'll just be upfront. She gets my honorable mention. She also, she gets a little bit more. But yeah, more or less.
Spencer has had assassination attempts against him multiple times today. And again, this is where Jen still wants to go to her parents' house, and she's reliant on them. And again, it's a bit much. Would you go to my parents' house?
No,
exactly.
Somebody's trying to kill us.
That would
Horrible
be
idea.
Not the first place. Let's bring my parents into this too.
Let's bring your mom into the mix.
God,
see what's gonna happen. Yeah, no. If anything, you want to get as far away from them and you want to separate the bullets from the rest of the family, in my opinion.
Yes. Right. So the last time they were at the house when Henry was there, and then they didn't get their go bags. They didn't have a chance to grab them and their passports and everything like that because he's hidden them in all different places in the house. You know, the guns are in a different place. The passports are in, under their bed or whatever. And so they didn't have a chance to grab everything they needed. So they head back to their house and they realize that it's the night of
the block
party. So there are tons of people all around their community that are like, this block party, man.
It was bumping.
This is like a festival or like a carnival that you'd see like pull up to town and like service the whole town, not just the block. This is insane. There's like rides, there's like cotton candy. It's crazy. And so they're like weaving their way through trying to get to their house. And you don't know, and I did like this about the movie, you had no idea who was an assassin and who wasn't, because they introduced you to so many different characters throughout the movie that you knew some of them would be, but you didn't know if all of them would be. So you had no idea which ones were which.
See, in my opinion, I hated that because I thought it was so unbelievable. I'm like, okay, so two of his coworkers, the male guy, there was another neighbor that tried to kill them. Like, how many sleeper agents do you just know in your life? And now, you know what? Let's play a game.
All right.
Because I think the number is 1. So what I want you to do,
Okay.
listening, and
Okay.
Sarah, you can do this as well. I want you to close your eyes.
All right.
I want you to think about your coworkers, your neighbors. My theory is that every single person has one person in their life who they're like, you know what? I think it might be him. I don't know if he's an assassin or a spy, but he could actually be it. And we do have one in our lives, Sarah. By the way.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, you already know
No,
who
no,
I'm
no,
talking
no, no.
about. You
I'm-
just said yes.
Well, like I'm thinking. I closed my eyes, like you said, and I was thinking about who in our lives could be. And when I said yes, it was like I'm interested in what you have to say next about who you think it is.
Well, I'm not going to say the name, but our neighbor, we have a neighbor just over here. He's such a nice guy.
Okay, I'm trying to think of which one.
I'm genuinely 50-50. I think he might actually be a spy.
Oh my god!
Just because of his sheer machine-like laser focus
Oh, I know
he
what you're
brings
talking about.
to such wild hobbies such as running. Running is how it tipped me off that this guy is some kind of bounty hunter.
Okay.
I cover mornings occasionally, which means that I'm awake and out the door, hopefully before 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
On more than one occasion when I've been covering, which is very rare, I have run into this guy, or rather, he has run into me.
Literally, because he's running.
Right! Because
Yeah.
as I'm leaving at like 4:45 a.m., I'm praying for a caffeine IV. I'm just trying to keep my eyes open. This f***ing guy is jogging down our street. He's just out for a run. Whoa.
You know what? I remember
4:30.
I remember when we first got our dog in the middle of winter, and I would be out there at like 4 a.m. letting her go out to go to the washroom.
And this psychopath is running.
And I'd be standing there like literally with my eyes closed, half asleep, and then I'd see a light come on, and I'm like, oh, like who's that? And sure enough, he'd come out and just start jogging, and I was like,
jogging.
where is he going? Like, what is he doing? Like, I don't understand.
Obviously,
it's a
like,
lot, yeah.
He works shift work, but like Jesus, I'm
mean,
sure we have like I don't
Good
know,
for him.
We probably have nurses listening. Be honest with yourself. Would you go home from a shift at 2 a.m. and just jog home like a light 10K?
I've heard he jogs to work though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To and from.
Oh yes.
So that's what I mean. Like sometimes he's finishing his jog when I'm leaving. So what? He started at 3 a.m. At 2 a.m. The other thing that really tips me off about this is that there's seemingly nothing wrong with him. He's actually a very kind man.
Yeah, he's very nice.
Which makes it more suspicious.
Oh my god.
Like, okay, jogs like a maniac, and there's seemingly nothing wrong with
So
him.
do you think he's like a sleeper agent for us specifically? Like, what are we up to?
No.
Just
No, he's
kidding.
not a sleeper agent for us, but, I mean, Dawn across the street, I don't know. You know, who knows? Who knows who he's after?
Oh my god.
Just stay out of his way.
He's just sleeping, you know? Or not.
Oh, man. So, block party, yeah. Spencer and Jen, they're back at the house. They're trying to grab the go bag and a few other items at their house.
All of a sudden, Jen's mom walks in through the door.
Catherine
And-
O'Hara is here.
Yes, Catherine O'Hara. And Jen's like, oh my God, like, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, like, I just came to see you. And Jen's like, this is a really bad time. And she goes, no kidding. And sure enough, Kristen, Jen's best friend and neighbor, walks in with a gun to Jen's mom's head.
Simultaneously with that happening, Spencer is upstairs, and Jen didn't notice that two more of their neighbors had snuck into the house. They realized that Spencer was upstairs, and they go upstairs to try and kill Spencer.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
So now there's two groups, three total assassins in the house. Spencer ends up trying to deal with the two upstairs, but as they, start shooting, Jen is with her friend downstairs, and she's freaking out. She's like, who's upstairs? Like, I gotta kill this guy. I've been waiting 3 years. She's a little bit mean. She's like, I've been listening to you, like...
Oh my God, yeah. Complain about your perfect life.
On. Spencer gets rid of the two people upstairs. I can't remember what happens to the friend, though. because Mr. Kornfeld shows up.
Yes, she gets shot.
Does he dispose? Yeah.
2 to the chest, 1 to the heart.
Yeah.
1 to the head.
So Mr. Kornfeld arrives. He kills Jen's friend. Everybody's like, oh my God, Mr. Kornfeld's got a gun. Spencer comes downstairs and he reveals, listen, guys, I think the real culprit, the real mastermind behind this whole thing, it's been Mr. Kornfeld this whole time.
And he killed Holbrook, and he set this whole thing up.
So we foreshadowed it a little bit when Tom Selleck showed up at the workplace. He saw the postcard, and he realized that Spencer's old boss was trying to get him back in the game. And they never really explained this, but I guess Mr. Kornfeld was a pretty high up CIA agent,
assassin,
somebody. Yeah, he was somebody very important, and he vaguely knew that Spencer was a spy, so he, through the next 3 years, had been putting sleeper agents in the lives of Jen and Spencer so that when this day came, he could be like, all right, everybody kill him. So now we've made it to my best scene, actually.
Ooh.
Everything's been revealed. Mr. Kornfeld, Tom Selleck, has been behind it all. He's been trying to get Spencer killed. Spencer reveals, no, I realized that my boss was going dirty. I wanted out of the game. When he sent me that postcard, I wanted to cut everything off. Jen reveals to the family, this is all great, but I'm pregnant, guys. Catherine O'Hara is getting drunk. And then we have the trust circle. This is my favorite.
Oh my God, the trust circle. That was hilarious.
I finally understand that I am not to blame for this dynamic, okay? You are. And you need to own that. I need to own the fact that I unwittingly married the one man who is exactly like my father. A liar.
Because Katherine Heigl, she kind of went through a roller coaster of emotions for me in this movie. She was funny, she was dorky, she was relatable, felt bad for her a little bit, and then she quickly became very annoying for like 30 minutes. And I don't know why, like, does she keep on getting pigeonholed into the high-strung, overreacting, suspicious, but like kind of alpha female sort of role?
I think so. I think that's a good call, especially the ultra like neurotic and high anxiety.
Like in Ugly Truth,
yes.
She's like
type
buttoned
A,
up. Yeah, she's really
perfectionist.
high-strung.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it kind of occurred to me that, like, this scene was the best version of how that can play out, where, like, the trust circle, she's a very talented actress.
Mm-hmm.
She has some good jokes. The material's funny.
No more stealing cars or hiding weapons in the furniture, and I never want to see you two try to kill each other again, okay? In fact, there will be no more killing. I don't want to see you swat a f***ing fly, okay? All right? We all together on this?
And maybe she likes roles like this because she can nail those scenes, because she rides just on the edge of, like, she's almost a little bit too much, but then she's, like, charming. And, like, yeah, it was a good scene to tie up a lot of loose ends in the movie, I think.
Yes, I agree.
And then we fast forward probably, like, what, a year later? A baby's here.
A baby's here.
So Mr. Kornfeld and Spencer, they kissed and made up. The whole family's happy. Jen and Spencer have had a baby, and now we're at the point where, they're doing their date nights, and Mr. Kornfeld and Mrs. Kornfeld are babysitting, and there's a funny thing where, like, Tom Selleck hits a button, and there are all these, like, lasers, like, trap lasers in the baby room.
Spencer does that.
Oh, Spencer does that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spencer does that.
So we get the idea that they're still living their spy-ish ways, but, amicably. The family's happy.
And to protect their family, right? Like, that's really the reason why they're still doing their, like, little spy tendencies.
And Spencer's growing a mustache just like Tom Selleck.
Which
so
is
we have,
hilarious.
We have a little bit of that.
Yes. Quick facts. During filming, Ashton Kutcher accidentally knocked out a stuntman with his fist. The movie was actually filmed in Nice, France, over the course of 7 days. Katherine Heigl said that she felt jet-lagged for most of the time. Both neighbor spy action comedy movies, Killers and Keeping Up with the Joneses, filmed their burbs-suburbs scenes in Georgia. The movie's original script title was 5 Killers. Mrs. Kornfeld's wine glass gets bigger throughout the movie.
Oh, that's funny.
Ashton Kutcher released the first 13 minutes of the movie exclusively on his Twitter page. The make and model of the fast sports car that Spencer is seen driving throughout the mountains of southern France at the start of the movie is a 2009 Ferrari California convertible sports car. Tom Selleck has previously starred in such espionage-related movies as The Magnificent Thief in 1984, The Gypsy Warriors in 1978, and The Washington Affair in 1977. Tom Selleck's character, Mr. Kornfeld, refers to himself as having been a pilot. In the earlier movie High Road to China in 1983, Selleck portrayed a World War I ace fighter pilot named Patrick O'Malley. 3 of the leading female cast members all have similar sounding names with different spellings: Katherine Heigl, Catherine O'Hara, and Catherine Winnick. The movie was nominated for 1 2010 Razzie Golden Raspberry Awards in 2011. Star Ashton Kutcher won the Worst Actor Razzie Award at the 31st Golden Raspberry Awards ceremony for his role as Spencer in this movie and his part as Reed Bennett in the same year's film Valentine's Day.
Oh my God. Honorable mentions.
Okay, so my honorable mention is Catherine O'Hara. Like, she is literally a gem of gems in this movie. Is she yours?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, my honorable mention. She is so amazing.
I want to know what happened to Catherine O'Hara.
O'Hara.
Oh.
Can you say it? Can you say O'Hara?
O'Hara. But, like, you know, she did Home Alone.
Yeah, she
back
did
in
Home Alone.
the 90s.
Yeah.
And then she did Schitt's Creek.
Yes.
In that's been like the last 6 years. She was amazing in both those. What happened in between is all I want. Like, obviously this, but like she had like 5 lines.
Maybe she lived her life, you know, and came back to it.
I think about people like that. Like the Rick Moranis's. I love Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Them what?
Oh, that's true. Well, I mean, he's married to Sarah Jessica Parker.
Whoa, is he actually?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
What about Melissa Joan Hart? She was like a 90s staple, and what happened to her?
100%. I've got Julia Stiles on the list as well.
Julia Stiles, yes. She kind of just like fell off other than Jason Bourne. She did the Jason Bourne movies.
She was like the 5th person. And Jodie Foster would be another one who I'm like, where'd you go?
Jodie Foster, yeah, she hasn't really done anything. Okay, but Catherine O'Hara, like, she did Beetlejuice. She did, you know what? A lot of it is in the 90s.
I was about to say, Beetlejuice is also still 90s.
She did some animated.
Great, yeah.
She did Surviving Christmas.
Whatever that is.
A Christmas rom-com, I think. Thank you.
But, like, clearly... Okay, in Schitt's Creek, what I'm getting at is she is fantastic in Schitt's Creek.
Yes, she is. She's done that, 2015 to 2020.
And it's kind of like, well, okay. I feel like there was a missed opportunity where we forgot that she was very, very good at stuff.
What should have been? They should have gone into a family spy business and be the next generation of spy kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just slipped in a Spy Kids.
Yeah, I did. I loved Spy Kids.
Revival? Like,
yes.
wow.
Absolutely. Yeah, and have their kids be the next generation of Spy Kids.
Wild. So before we do our overall rewatchability, we have one more thing.
So I want to talk about the killers or the assassins in this movie, and I want to know who your favorite one was, and then I'll tell you who my favorite one was.
Yeah, I've kind of got like 1.5 favorite assassins, because I think Rob Riggle, who played Spencer's coworker and best friend, Henry, he had the best character arc, and I think the most memorable lines of all the assassins.
And I think the most developed.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. They fleshed him out a little bit better than anybody else, really. Everybody else was kind of just like neighbors or the other coworker.
And it's too bad, too bad that he was the first one to die, right? Because it would have been cool if he would have come back at the very end and been like the last one standing.
Yeah, you're right. That would have been cool. A little part 2 for Rob Riggle. But I thought he brought the most to the movie. With that said, I'll give like a second most likely to succeed award to Vivian, played by Catherine Winnick, who, first off, she is my honorable mention. Because if you've seen the show Vikings, fantastic actress. Right. I'm kind of sad she's not in too many other things. And I think if she had a bigger start to her acting career, like, I could totally see a world where she was cast as Black Widow instead of Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, wow.
Especially after watching this movie, because, like, she has that kind of vibe.
And the Vikings, right? Like, she plays, like, a really great character in Vikings as well. Yeah. I forgot that she was in that.
Regardless, though, I thought she was the only one that I'm like, ooh, like, Spencer, like, she almost got you there. Like, that was pretty close.
So I agree with you. I would say that Vivian was the closest to actually being successful in killing Spencer.
Yeah.
I do agree there. We also did glaze over the woman who hits on, her name's Olivia, the woman who hits on Spencer every chance she gets. And it's played by Lisa Ann Walter. She dies quite quickly and whatever, but her character is very funny. Who I think is not necessarily the most successful, but who I thought was just like a funny scene or character for the assassins or killers were the two neighbors who drove through the fence. So Lily and Mac, played by Alex Borstein and Kevin Sussman.
Are those the ones who go upstairs?
The Mary,
couple?
yes.
Okay.
They then proceed to get into the actual house, and they have like high-tech gear. They got night vision. They got like, they were decked out to the point where it was like, you are like almost a comical assassin. Like, it was funny. Like the way that they Spencer and Jen had to like climb over the fences, and it was like the way they filmed that scene I thought was really funny. And then they get into the house, and then they, you know, shoot the closet, but he's not actually in there, or, you know, he ends up coming down from the ceiling and kicking them. And it was comical to me because they were, you know, a married couple, or so we would think, and they were also assassins or killers. But they had little tiffs that married couples would, like,
yeah.
And I just appreciated that because I was like, that's funny, because they're the only couple assassins or killers throughout this movie. So I liked them.
Gave it a little bit more texture to the assassins, because really Rob Riggle was the only one who we really fleshed out. Everybody else was like, oh, Vivian the coworker, oh, the person who hits on Spencer a lot.
Kristen the best friend, Jen's best friend. Like,
yeah, the male guy. Overall rewatchability.
So my rewatchability is as follows. Chemistry 4, storyline 3.85, thirst factor 4, imagination 2.4, soundtrack 3, cheese 3, for an overall score of 3.37 out of 5.
3.37?
Yes.
So I've got chemistry 2, storyline 3, thirst factor 2.8.
Why? How? Katherine Heigl and Ashton Kutcher are both really good looking.
Like, it's mostly Ashton Kutcher for me. Like, he's shirtless for the first 2 minutes. He gets the entirety of that 2.8.
What?
I think nobody else really
Oh
was
my
impressive.
God, that's terrible scoring. Anyway, whatever. Whatever, continue.
Imagination 3.75, soundtrack 3, cheese 2, for an overall score of 2.75 out of 5.
All right.
You know what? Good, enjoyable watch. I think that number is a little low. When you really break it down, like go category by category, maybe it leaves a little bit to be desired, but like an enjoyable watch.
You know what would bring it up if you brought up your thirst factor, but I'm just saying.
I don't think it deserves to be higher than a 3, so I said 2.8.
All right.
That's my decision, Sarah, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
Next up on the pod. Are we ready? We're doing About Time!
Woo! It's finally back on streaming services.
That is, like, sneakily the most requested movie.
It is.
Like, you know, a little peek behind the Rom-Com Rewind Instagram curtain. We get so many requests for About Time.
Mm-hmm.
And you've never watched it.
No, I've never seen it. I'm really excited.
It's good, Sarah.
I'm excited, but is it a tearjerker?
Oh, yes.
Okay, like God, it's so emotional.
It's not like
so many
super
emotions.
emotional, but it's emotional.
Oh,
for
okay.
Sure. This has been the Rom-Com Rewind of Killers. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you know what? Amazon Music also has like an app too. I don't know if people listen on that, but hey, if you do, thank you. If there's a subscribe button, hit it. And if you want to reach out and suggest another movie, because we're about to do the one you all request, which is About Time, you can hit us up on Instagram at Romcom Rewind, TikTok, our email address, romcomrewind@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.